And just like that, everything that I do is for you, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, my four people. How are you doing? My name is Leroy. Welcome to Mkoharanda. We are here Monday to Friday. We talk about real things, good things, vibe things, love things. But in there, the main goal, let's help each other be better people in the society, So yeah, man. Okay, first of all, like let me start with giving a huge shout out to Velagin, actually, our main sponsor there. Shout out to them. You can hit them up. More Velagin ZA. Then you can get yourself a bottle of gin for only $150, and then the quarter fees will be there more enough. But hey, as in, like, let me promise you, that's some good gin, by the way. So I promise you. But yeah, man. Please feel free to keep liking the screen there. Remember, the goal is 50K every day, like 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 that is standard. And happy feel free to come into the panel and then, like, let's have a good chat. But working on, but then happy, remember, we have house rules here. We don't talk over each other. Nah, we we actually respect each other here. Like, you can have your opinion, but then respectfully so yeah, man. Um Shout out to you guys. Good morning, Makupe, Sister Bozam, Balom, Sister Stephanie, Sister Winnie. Oh yeah, Winnie's back. Oh, that's so great. Mama Kifila, good morning, Sister Boza. Actually, like, you know me. As in, you know me and you. Yo, guys, know what now? I have a theory, actually. Ka what man? Ka Sister Boza, actually, but then, like, we'll talk about it later. Good morning, Kabile. Yeah, man. So how you guys this morning, bro? And how was your weekend? And, like, how you feeling? Hey, you know what? Because me, ish, guys, you know what, man? I've been really sick for like the last 2 weeks, actually. So I've been, what's that, self-medicating and stuff. So hey, it really doesn't seem to like, what's that, to be working. So today's show is gonna be working like very strict and like very short, actually, because I want to go see a doctor today for the first time in years, actually. I have made a decision to go see a professional what's that, like, doctor, because I really haven't been like now for like weeks now. So today's show, by half past 12, actually, we're gonna stop it now. So please, 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 but then with love, of course, with love and unity and one spirit. But then, hey, man, how you guys doing, by the way, guys? Hey, I had a very dizzy weekend. So bright again. Hey, I need help today. I've tried because the justice system is failing us. Okay, come on with the justice system vibes. Okay, Sis Winnie, we'll see how we can help you there, nah? But then, like, let me just put this out there now. Like, we really, as in, can't be giving legal advice or maybe like medical advice here, because we are not, like those people. But then again, we will share what we think would help, but that's not legal advice, guys. No? All right. Right. Season Bailey Are, I'm good. It's my little boy's birthday today. Oh man, happy birthday to Season Bailey's son, actually. He must grow up and then he must be exactly like me. He must be fearless, he must be bold but yet respectful. So shout out to him right there, man. So guys, what's that? Remember to keep tapping my nose there, my nose, because I love it so much. And now, the time of the day where Leroy actually drags you guys here so we can have a lively chat before. Oh, kunje kana panel like a change. Oh, Jesus. Let me take it back again. I apologize for that. I apologize for that. Yeah, no. So guys, how you been? Oh, actually, the okay, the preschool actually today, like they had their conga party so early today, so they're just having fun now, right? Isn't like there's no music now. Marinje vroeger, bruh, like it's getting bored. Like there was a groove as there, and I'm like, but then now they're more chilled, but they're still loud, but they're chilled. I mean, come on, man. I mean, like it's just kids, no? So yeah, man. Remember to keep liking, keep sharing there, and let's have a great day. Sis Winnie, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you feeling today?
No, I'm not okay. Hey.
Excuse.
Um, ish, we're taking. This is a story that happened last week on Thursday. If I'm yeah Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
There is a man. There's a let me just say there's a couple at my center. They're always fighting and badula ba shapana and stuff like that. The
Oh.
woman is from Malawi. Also, the husband is from Malawi. So the
Mm-hmm.
woman came here to South Africa because of the husband. Now the woman ushapa ke motwa like constantly every day. Now we found out Hore, the child is being raped by the father, and the woman is actually protecting her husband. She is saying Hore, the husband didn't do anything to the child, and she is putting the blame on a 7-year-old child. Hore, the 7-year-old child might do something to the child. Okay, the worst part of the story is this woman nasa tlhapiseng ngwana gage for 4 good months. When the child the child will be screaming and saying she doesn't want to be bathed by the mother. And fast forward to the story, the father on Tuesday unkile ngwana the whole day and brought the child, got the at the center. So we were asking questions, okay, how can this man keep the child the whole day? And the mother doesn't actually know gore ngwana is at home with him. Hatlisa ngwana ka bo 3, he just keeps quiet and says, oh no, I just brought the baby. I just brought the baby and there is like nothing else that I can like Mahai Utlomunga, sorry, Mahai Utlomunga from crèche. Now the mother is asking, Kiko Papek young one. We are telling the mother, no, Becky young one higher because of Nana Ngwana the whole day. The mother was shocked, Ngwana the whole day. Now comes Thursday, the child is crying. She says her vagina is painful.
Wait, who? The kid?
Yeah, the kid. She's crying her the vagina is painful. And she is like saying, "Oh, teacher, please come and help me. The vagina is painful." So we checked. I called one of the doctors, one of the women, Bamoko Kret, she's a doctor. I called her and I asked her, okay, when the child is crying like this, what might happen? And then she was like, no, just check her if there's no red substance or anything. She's not red or anything. We checked and the child is fine. So I am doing those activities with her. What's the problem? I've asked, where is Daddy touching you? Because of you with Daddy the whole day. Where's Daddy touching you? She's pointing her, Daddy's touching me in my vagina. Okay, we did a class for all the girls as if it's an activity. So she's like, yo, my daddy's touching my bums and we are playing when my daddy's touching my bums. Now I called the social workers. They said, I cannot do. They cannot do anything without the mother's consent. Now they can't do anything unless if I bring the mother in because of this case might say, now I have a vendetta of the dead. And sometimes she comes to my house crying. I will have maybe a vendetta, or probably I'll be dating that man. Now I want king so I cannot go alone. I need to go with the consent of the mother. I did everything, all the reports taking the child. Also, I called the cops. They were like, no, till the mother comes. We're going to wait for the mother to come. Okay, we waited for the mother to come and we did an exercise yet again with the mother to show we are seeing there is something that is wrong with the child. Now, um, the child points again. My dad touched me in my vagina and also in my palms. The mother was acting shocked. So she was like, no, let me just go and bath my daughter because of I've never bathed my daughter like for 4 months. Whenever I want to bath her, she's crying. In the morning, I'm like, oh yeah, now let's go to the hospital because I think there might be an infection to this child. So she is like, no, maobane ke thotse a white substance inside my child's vagina and ke thotse le sesepa. I'm like, what? O thola sesepa ko gare ngwana se kene jwang? I don't know because of walla, but there was this white substance in ko yena. I took it out, but now she's fine. So I really don't know what to do because all the social workers, they're like, I cannot go without the mother's consent. If I do so, it's a high possibility that I can jeopardize my business. I don't know what to do now. Gore ke ba kobe, and I don't know. I really need help.
Okay, okay. Oh, okay. I really wasn't expecting that, guys. But then, happy like just to remind you guys, like let's avoid giving legal advice now because now, but again, we are not really authorized for actually that now, and then we really might get in trouble. But then, how actually guys, okay, you know what? Let me play this before actually we start. Actually, yeah. Actually, please, because.
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are solely those of the individuals participating in the conversation and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of the podcast host or any affiliated organization. Listener discretion is advised.
I was really hoping that maybe we can have like a young as in like what's that simple actually parking can like chatting and before we actually start the show. But then this kind of got to me now, but then I really feel that let's see how we can actually help this Winnie here with actually as in like this situation because now it kind of actually made me okay, cool. Bungs, what do you think? Because now, hey man, Bungs,
Lotshani,
that's what bright. I feel it, man.
ninjani?
No, asiphilile ngomusa mpenjam.
Hayi nami ngiyaphila. Yo, hayi. Yabona-ke lesi story is very shocking. It's very shocking. But also what I don't understand is the response from social workers and policemen. So basically Usisi is saying she can't open a case on behalf of the child, but only the mother can. I don't know ukuthi how is that possible. So if the mother doesn't open the case, then that means the child can be abused for the next 20 years because the mother doesn't open the case. I don't know ukuthi ama-social worker lawa aye kuwo owakuphi. They need to be questioned as well, because if I come with a case and tell you ukuthi there's a possible abuse, then as a social worker, it's your job to actually look into that. You can't tell me which you have to wait for the mother to come and report. What if the mother doesn't report in 10 years? So are you telling me that the kid must be abused for the next 10 years as well? So I think she must go to another social worker. Policemen, I can't put faith on those ones. They don't know what they're doing. So I get some.
In fact,
I get.
as man, it's my it's again. Like you say, Lena actually because I'm like, guys, you are the ones who are actually supposed to be helping here because you can see the evidence and like go bua gore ex e bona, like my dad is doing this to me, guys. But still, because of the mother's consent, I'm like, how, guys? Oh, but oh, hey. Good morning to Luna, the late comer. Good morning, guys. Good morning, guys. Ish, uh, Koki, Koki.
Hey, guys, this is so heavy. Yeah, I think that, and I may have a biased opinion. I would love to hear from anyone who's had a positive experience with the police and the South African justice system when it comes to sexual assault. I would love to hear that story. But I think as a country, we're just at a place where now, if it was me personally, I would probably go to the media, because we're at a place where now the media is the police of the country. Where things only happen when somebody from Kengi is Kipama Files, or these shows does or says something, ke gona go tlo bang le action. But yeah, because it doesn't make sense to say that the mother is the one who's supposed to open the case, because first of all, she herself seems to be the victim of this man and is now also part of the abuse on this child. So utlo bula bjang case a sa kgone go bula case for herself. It doesn't make sense. I think I would advise gore o ngwalele a show like was Keeper My Files. What else? I don't know what these shows are called.
I'm not really sure, Linda, because I really haven't watched the TV in a long time. But then yeah, Barking can, Barking, the Moja Love vibes. That's all, ne?
Yeah, but be very careful which one on Moja Love, because Moja Love tends to sensationalize things. So that's why I keep like I skip my files, because they like are okay. They don't ridicule people, and
Yeah. You still talking, Kogi?
So yes, I'm still here. So I think I can DM her a couple of like shows that I can think of her going to. But like that would be a waste of your damn time.
Yeah, it's just not so
Abo?
cool.
Yeah.
Let's wait for
So
action. Okay.
yeah, I think we're just at a point where everyone but the police is helpful.
Which is really sad, man.
It's sad because ke bona ba tshwanetseng- they are our line of defense. But let's just make do with what we have. A go thuse gore re lle. But yeah, I'm so sorry that even now it's heavy. It's taking a toll on you. I am thinking, because yeah, we just heard the story now, and I mean it's dampening. Like it literally just ruined my day. So ke nagana gore for wena, how is it to see it, to be part of it? So love and light to you out.
No, like that actually can be the best thing that I can say. Me, and like it's like me personally, what? I really hope there's like some sort of divine intervention, like that happens there. How exactly, I don't know, Lena, because the system law alone, it's failing us now. So okay, let me calm down.
Sorry, can I please ask more? Aus Adulang, don't they have like something, a local, uh, a local radio thing? You know how in Tembisa we have like Voice of Tembisa, which is like easily accessible for Batuba Tembisa. If you want to report anything, any incident that happens now, you can literally call Voice of Tembisa now, and they can uh, come and see if there's breaking news, if there's anything like that. They can like come and see and get your story and publish it, because now when we think of these television stories, writing for them might even take time for them to actually respond, right? You can write for Skipper Files now, but they can literally respond in like 2 months. Um, so I think now we are looking into something that can actually happen now. Not taba ya gore ba tlo re, re tla e era 2 months, or re tla investigator after 2 months. So I don't know if where she stays there's like something similar to Voice of Tembisa.
Yeah, no,
Not really. Like I buy my mainly the Lenisha South FM. Not really, unless if I go to Razan Sun, yeah, more on Lenisha South. But I'm not sure where's the head office at there.
there's a there's a message there from Chabi Babi actually. So Jelena, she's saying Hore, they do require the mother working for the case because now she's a minor, and then now I'm like, there's a bit as in like working kind of dizzy, but then she'll be here now. So let me give Brateke working kind of nako fast leading, and then she will help us further because she's been more like this situation, so which really actually has like saddens me worse. But like, let me calm down. Sis Chabi, please mute ne, and then you'll speak after dinner. Cool.
Yo,
Brother.
yo, yo, yo. Nowinile uvele wangigcoba nje enye into. Wangigcobile yazi ngikhohle nanokuthi bengifuna ukuthini. Ngikhohle nje nanokuthi bengifuna ukuthini, but and it's true. Justice system is just failing us. It's just failing us because into efana nale bemele ngabe they took into consideration and make sure ukuthi ba-attenda yonke into ngendlela e-right. You understand? But isimo icase efana sijwayele as Africans ukuthi nabo sisi bethu they would even baye ema-police station bagcine sebabuza ukuthi vele bakureyipile kamampela na, like the way khona manje uyabona. So mina la engihlala khona community sibambene siyi-community ngale ndlela leyo ukuthi ama-case afana nala there's no necessarily have to be ama-mob justice trying to make sure ukuthi justice is for umntwana nomama. No, but once umphakathi wazihlanganisa wahamba waye police station wayoreport icase efana nale ukuthi no, you can't ukuthi kube necase efana nalena bese igcine seyibhinda abantu abafuna ukureport the very same case, abantu who are traumatized by uguy ezenzayo, because umama usebuhlungwini, umntwana usebuhlungwini, and umama, I understand ukuthi mangabe uzoba reluctant in having to go open a case. I understand ukuthi uzoba reluctant somehow because naye ubuya kuyo leyo abuse, you understand, but there needs to be someone, and unowinile njoba athathe stand in making sure that she tries to fight for this family. Bekumele ngabe ama consideration ukuthi kunomuntu ofana lo oyi-acknowledge-ile into efana nale, so ngayenza kanjani ukuthi izinto zenzeke ngendlela e-right, because it seems like right now bona bathatha iside likaGuy. The way kungakhona manje, it's like bathatha iside likaGuy kube ngathi hayi thina ayikho into esizoyisho kungenaphuma, ayikho into esizoyisho umama as long kungabe uye uyoreporta icase, because naye umama understand uma ngabe akakhoni ukuyovula icase, it's because of naye ubuya kule very same trauma. Ungathola ukuthi ziningi izinto guy azenzile kuye eziletha i-fear kuye in making sure ukuthi uhamba i-process yamaphoyisa, but angikhona nje, but le I think kuyomele i-community nayo itshelwe so that izokwazi ukusebenzisa ngendlela e-right without mob justice, but kube ne-press ezophuma from the community in making sure ukuthi case iyabonakala, kuba nesithunzi ngale ndlela ekumele ibe nesithunzi ngayo. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure the community actually might actually like working kind of like help there actually now. You are right there, Bratek, actually. So ish. So okay. Calm down. Chill. So Chabi, yes, ish. I really don't know how do you want to start actually, you know, breaking happy. You really don't have to share the bad vibes there, but then be free actually. Nah. Chabi? Okay. I don't know how do we like I was Chabi. But okay. Let's be patient. Oh yeah,
Hello.
hello Chabi, how are you? She's Barbie Chabi. Chabi Barbie. You can talk. Okay. This is not my network, right? Chabi. Morning guys. You you guys, am I the only one here who can't?
Even now, I can't hear her.
I'm not sure what's wrong with my sound. So you know what now? Just what's that? Step down and then what like happen?
I would Leroy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, since we are still waiting for Chubby Bab to speak, Ausimpo spoke about the like social media platforms and how it can possibly drive this, right, to gain more attention. There's a couple of accounts that I can suggest that can help in driving this, from Twitter and
Yeah,
and
please.
TikTok. So Usisa will have to write whatever, like the story, and write it properly and post Gulama platform law, and then the people there will drive the thing.
Yeah, no, please, happy. You know what? Like there are these people here that have a huge what's that? What's that? Live like following actually, who actually deal with like these things. So there might be great help actually. Also.
Yeah, go TikTok. I was actually thinking about um two accounts. She can try join the live PUA. He's got a big space. Uh, he can try to join a live there and just speak about this, and just because unali a huge following, like you find more than 1,000 people watching the live PUA. So there's a huge possibility Hori it can reach even like more people. I understand. Then she can also watch the live star Dominic and request to join the live as well and just speak about this. The nice thing is with these accounts, they do allow people to come on the live, right? So yeah, she can join that. Alternatively, she can go to Twitter and there's I'm gonna post the things here. the handles tsa Twitter
Yes, please. Yeah.
for Kiabetswe. So Kiabetswe has this tweet go Twitter. It's a pinned tweet or ke girl owa ujiwa king.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Ke girl owa ujiwa in. So you like basically you retweet that tweet and write your story, right? Then she will repost that and it will gain momentum, right? Another person does Danilo on Twitter. I'm gonna also post his handle, Danilo. Why am I saying
Danilo.
Danilo? It's Danilo. Yeah, it's Danilo. Liena has a huge following, and yeah, I retweet Liena. So who else can just write the story and post on their pages? Then they will post. They will retweet. I don't know if she has Twitter or not, but I will
I have to
write the
get it now.
uh,
I know, Carla.
Do you have Twitter? I'll do that. Can you please DM me all those so that I can do them today?
okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna DM you the
Okay.
handles then. That's Twitter.
Nebongzi, we actually appreciate you, man. Hapele Mponyan actually commented, you can check legal aid actually. So clearly they are good, Nyana. They are worth as like their stance. So she's Chabi's back. So Chabi, you can hear me now, girl. You can unmute. There we go.
Yes, I can. Good
There we
morning. Good
go.
morning, family.
Good morning. How are yours?
I'm well in yourselves.
I'm alive. Thank
Yeah,
you.
whenever I hear something like this, it just takes me down to memory lane.
I'm so sorry about that.
Yeah. So just to cut it short, well, with my instance, it happened to me, I think, back in 2017, and I was still a minor at the time, whereby I actually went by myself to the police station after the whole ordeal. I was from school. And I was received, obviously, by the front desk team. And then they took me to a separate room. And then, obviously, they want to know, the first thing they want to know, how old am I? I told them the time I was 15. And they were like, no, there's nothing that they can do without my parents' consent. So what they had to do actually is to actually call my mom. And obviously that time I was a teen, and with our mothers, it's late. I'm not at home. I'm not at home. I last went to school, and maybe she thought no, I'm with the boys or whatever, but only found out that something bad happened to me. And when they call my mom is very cheeky. She was like, no, I don't have a child who's at the police station. The last time I saw my child, she was going to school. And then the police, they tried to explain the situation. You need to get to the police station. We have a problem, yeah. But obviously, they will not divulge everything on the telephone. They needed her there. And then she kept on insisting that she will not come. And as far as she's concerned, I went to school. Like, if I wasn't wherever I was, something, whatever that is bad that has happened to me, it wouldn't have happened. So it came to a point that they actually threatened my mom that if she does not come down to the police station, yes, they will actually arrest her. Okay. Because they need to open a case for me, and I am a minor, and they will not do anything without my mother's concern. In which she later came to the police station while I went to the hospital to go do the checkups and everything. And then came back the following morning because it took the whole night. Came back the following morning. The police actually dropped me straight home. And then they later came at my house just to get the statements and everything. But just to cut it short, they do not allow a child to actually open a case on their own. And in this instance, I know that obviously the mother is actually might be abused as well, and maybe she is afraid to also open a case. So what is that I did not actually get the exact backstory of it. If Usis Winile actually asked the mother or told the mother what has happened to the child, and if whether or not is she willing to actually open a case for the father who abused the child. So if she did and the mother is not participating, the mother as well can actually be in trouble with the police as well. Because obviously under the Children's Protection Act, as much as we are under our mother's care, but also the government as well, they take children cases very, very, they don't take them lightly. So even in this case, even the social workers, they just downplayed the whole situation. They were supposed to put the ilontos a safety yomntana phambili, because in this case, even it might happen that even the mother has neglected the child as well. So the mother might be in trouble as well.
Do you know what? Like, there's one thing like that I really actually failed to actually understand. How like your no yeah, okay, wait, as in like Wana no, and she comes like working to you. You are a working, you are a law enforcement person there. Then Wana, she's like, dude, like what's okay? This is what happened to me. Then you say, no, me, I can't help you because now we need your parent.
Yes.
Like how? Oh God, sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. How does that make sense to you?
That is how it is. That's what they do.
Why
Because
not?
even in on the case actually went to trial. I remember there was a time whereby my mom, I think she was in denial. She didn't want to accept that actually her child got raped. I don't know what was happening with her. I am still yet to actually know. And in the first stages, because when it turned out that it was not only me, we were a group of schoolgirls that this guy did. Yes. And I was the one who came forth with it. And then when I told my friends and Unfana that it's us only in a group and he was transporting us to school. So the case was handed over to the social workers. And most of the time when we went to court, we will sit at the social workers' offices, and obviously we needed to come with our parents. So there was a time whereby my mom did not come, didn't want to go with us. You know, if I can tell you now that the social worker actually picked up the phone and called my mother and told my mother that if she does not come with me in attending in these cases, then she will also get arrested as well. So yeah.
You know, Mrs. Chavi, Mrs. Chavi, you know what? I would just like to say I'm really sorry, actually. You know, and I hope you know, and like these kind of stories actually, they kind of thing off nyan, but I I really don't know how to help me now, as in like when I'm me now actually. But then my only plea now, your guys, let's just do better for the people around us. I only know, and my voice is just being dizzy now, but they're like, sorry guys. So thank you very much then, Mrs. Chavi. We're gonna what's that? Please contact Mrs. Winnie there and then see how we can help her with as in like this whole situation. Let's just be ready, but we're gonna rotate it together. Let's just see how we can actually be better people. And thank you very much there.
Leroy, I think also the mother is afraid to open a case because she is from Malawi. She's a foreigner. I doubt her she has proper documents.
Oh, that's another thing.
Yeah.
But kids, guys, you know, yeah, legalities here, consent in guys, ngwana ke yo no yana ho. Plan ke no yana. Like, how do we help this child as like
And sorry to interrupt. They said also they can't even take the child to any safe place if she doesn't have proper documents. So that's one thing. We're taking a more.
cases when you thank you very much there. Dean,
Vele kwanzima.
Aish fam.
Yeah. Another suggestion that I have is to include political parties, right? Such as the EFF. Hey guys, but I'm just scared of including EFF in everything. I feel like
Yeah.
at this point they're very tired. They've been working so much, and they haven't been rewarded for their actions. But I think they can include them, even though I feel like they nowadays they don't want to do anything because I mean balapile. But alternatively, also uko it in
Let's say
Soweto.
south.
Is that in Soweto?
I'm not
If
sure.
she's okay, cool. If she's near Soweto, she's definitely near Johannesburg. She can go to um Wits. She can go to Wits and get the contact Society AfriForum. So every university has, I don't know if UJ has an AfriForum society,
I
but
think
she can go to Wits and get contact the AfriForum society and explain the story to them. Then the society will take it to AfriForum. I don't know. I can try via the University of Pretoria. Um, yeah, I can try to get the contact for her for AfriForum from the University of Pretoria. Even the law clinic at the University of Pretoria might help, or even VITS. You see, yes, someone is saying even the law clinic at VITS, even the law clinic at these universities, they do help in things like this.
please do, guys. Please do, eh? Okay, okay. So Dean, you wanna say something here quickly? What's that? Before.
Morning, Leroy. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
I apologize. I'm on the way to the office, and do you know, guys? We create excuses, and again, out of fear, you know. Leroy, when we talk about systems that are messing us up, these are the systems we're talking about. When we're talking about systems that were created to manipulate our laziness from being who we are, these are the very same systems that we're talking about. The questions that you raise, Guti, how do you not assist a child based on the form of the fact that the parent is not there, but there is a child in front of you that has been wronged by justice itself? I'm going to tell you a couple of departments that should be involved and how much South Africa and the government that we currently have has failed us as a people. When it comes to what I've heard, and with all the fears that have been included, automatically social workers are meant to take over such a case where the negligence of the mother, and I will call it negligent because even after she was called, she had to be threatened to come for her own child.
Imagine.
Kumina, I find that as ubluane. There is no amount of fear that might be as a parent that you do not come and assist your child in their time of need. Social development was supposed to take immediately responsibility of this child because the mother has shown the lack of ability to take care of it. Number two, the cops themselves, cops are never at a point where they are bounded. They can't do nothing. There's always a loop law to loop around when it comes to such instances. So when the parent shows lack interest of coming, social development then will come, and then they will handle the case as the department being a guardian of this parent temporarily. Someone spoken about the case of having documentations to be in South Africa. That's Home Affairs, immigration department within Home Affairs. For the fact that there is no documentation, the child is meant to be supposed to be protected even more, because if the child is off South African soil and the parents are not, the responsibility then becomes of the state.
Yeah.
So there is no excuses for anyone here. There is no excuses. You know, as you know, that they broke into one of my places this week. It took me 8 hours to get a cop on site. It took me 48 hours to get people to come and do fingerprints and what. It shows you how much of a bad system we have when it comes to the safety of us as people in South Africa. If social development cared about that child, or the person that was dealing with that case had an interest and an intuition of a mother, had an instant and an intuition of a father, I promise you that daughter would have not slept in that house by that same night. Because we have already made the conclusion by the answering of the parents, by them having to be threatened to come and assist. It shows that they have no interest in the well-being of that girl. So we should not run away and then make excuses. And again, I'm not saying anyone made excuses. I'm just saying there is no one amongst this case that requires mercy or sympathy based on a fear of something. We have a child that has been violated by someone that was supposed to protect
By people
the
who.
child,
Oh yeah.
and in no way form should be a person of governance over the child, then been given leeway. Which were no mara, mang agana ripampiri. The police could not help because the mother is not there. Social workers could not do anything because the parents. There is no such. Automatically in the line of duty, when we saw you in, it is to protect and defend, and this goes throughout the spectrum of all departments. They swear the same oath to protect and defend those that they are governing over, and these three people have failed dismally to do so. So the sad reality is that we live in a very dark country. We live in a country where the protection of the black child is not really taken seriously. That's why you have police stations that are two governing over. You find 2 police stations, 9 vans, 1 ambulance, governing over close to 1 million people, where the mat is not even matting. It's because the systems these that were created and are still are, even after apartheid, with 30 years of black ownership running it, they have not been conformed or changed. So we still fall under the very same trap that was designed to actually cripple us as people, and we expect to be better. It's a sad day when we realize that we have no protection from those who harm us. And it's a sad day when we understand that even the institutions that we put in power, they really have no power to actually protect us. Kubi.
Hey, bro. It's hard, but it's very deep, you know. So what I think, then, you know, like Rona as a community now, this actually falls more in now. You know what happens? These working and good social worker, they are not there for us.
Chips in the house. See my chips in.
Yeah, my chips muted up. Oh, yeah. So yeah, like you see, this thing of now we are gonna be depending more the law, the estate, I really believe that now get a time where we must take responsibility for Rona now, actually, you know, and then must stop parking, stop really depending on the political leaders, the system, law, law, dizzy, so like, but guys, you know what? Do you guys remember? Okay, you know what? Mostly 90s kids actually will actually know this, right? Corona growing up, nah, actually, good guys see that actually, if you mess up, actually, your neighbor had the right to actually, as in like, was that um, discipline you actually. The whole community had a right for okay, you know what, ne? O bongs oka kumalo. Lana utshontshile lana. Barking kana like besetina babon barking romotsinya motsi lembe ano. Because now him actually as in like growing up hona more responsible okay up to us now. So now there's a lot of like really disease systems now. Hey, you must get consent below from the mother or king. You're abusing him, you know, or something. I'm like, we really need to take back that power as a community to actually be there for like Rona self now. And Mrs. Winnie, I really hope you can get the help that you need right now for you, for the child actually, and I really hope that somebody here will be able to actually help you. No, with that actually. So before we like move on now, so my topic for today is kind of like linked to what we actually like just spoke about, but then let me give Lebone Pele before we actually continue.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Sis Lebone.
How are you?
Great, Lala. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. I'm just a little bit sick.
No, I saw what I wrote. Right.
So, like the topic that you guys are talking about, right? It's so heartbreaking because where I live, there is a lady who, like, her husband passed away, right? And she became an alcoholic. Like, that lady is an alcoholic. She drinks every day. And I think she has 2 kids or 3, if I'm not mistaken, and they're all girls. So now it became a thing, ya gore, you know, uyabialeng, and then whoever buys her drinks, she goes back home with that person. Ne? So it happened one time, gore, she went home with a man, and this man raped her child. Ne? The oldest daughter. And the child got pregnant. And the child was forced to have an abortion by her mother. And what's crazy is that go next door, Honna, a social worker, but she doesn't want to do anything. She doesn't want to involve herself because she says if nobody reports her, the mother, then there's nothing that she can do. And also, what's crazy about the situation is that this lady took her kids out of school. Her kids do not go to school at all. And my dad and two of our neighbors went to this lady and offered to pay school fees for her children. And she was like, no, I don't need your help.
Wow.
So my mother, because she used to work in the justice system before she became a teacher, she told my dad and our neighbors, "Hore, you guys must report her because what she's doing is unfair to her children because now her children are gonna grow up depending on men and this thing is gonna keep happening to them and nobody wants to get involved. Because now I know for sure if my mom was still in the justice system, she would have done something. It's just the problem is she works Korastenberg and we only see her like maybe twice in a month. Yeah. And then there's you know what you said about the community taking matters into their own hands. In Rustenburg that is still happening.
Ah, thank
Because I
God, actually.
remember I remember there was a time when there was this boy. We all knew him, and then he became involved with the wrong crowd and started using drugs, and then he started stealing within the community that he lives in, and then he raped an elderly lady. And then what happened was they reported the matter to um the taxi rank. And then Batwako taxi ranking, they came to the community. They hunted this boy down and they found him and they beat him senseless. Kuribile, the police came and they were like, you guys will call us when you're done. Because obviously we can't do anything right now. Because the police are so corrupt in Rustenburg, ne, that it took the taxi association to say, we're not going to depend on these people anymore. So we're gonna do it. So whatever situation that happens in Rustenburg, whether you are in an abusive home, you are a rapist, you are a murderer, they hunt you down personally and they find you.
Let me just
And
make sure. Oh,
I really wish that South Africa would implement the thing ya hore social workers should be stationed in the hospitals for such reasons. You know what I'm saying?
I
Because
thought they
in
were
other
actually.
they're not.
Okay.
They really not. Because in other countries I've seen hore a social worker has a designated office in the hospital to deal with such cases. So I keep this country is I don't know. I don't know what more we need to do to make
Very
the
dizzy.
government understand that as a country they need to consider our rights for real. Because how do you write a bill of rights but you don't maintain those rights? Which is
Very good.
crazy to me.
Guys,
Thank you guys.
oh yeah, and thank you very much, there, Cecily Bonner. Then, guys, you know what? Let me just make something very clear, actually. Now, we are not condoning. Was that what can
Yes.
yeah, that little mob justice community things. No, no, no. Actually, like we are like was that saying that let's just take charge of how the communities we live in actually, gore you are not gonna you are not gonna condone ngwana o etsang dilo tse di tswileng mo tseleng, or maybe like motho fela a tla go tlhakatlhakanya, or you know what I'm saying, gore we are responsible for where we live, gape le how we live. So like let's just make sure that we actually maintain like those standards, and then let like let's not depend more the what's that laws, no, yeah, and le police was breaking, like little social worker, these, yeah. So that's just what I'm saying. That, but then, guys, sure. What a heavy morning, but okay. This is Jorge Bopero. So now we can start. Oh, actually, just a friendly reminder, eh? We really haven't actually like started the show, but then yeah, like we did. But then just a friendly reminder, guys.
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are solely those of the individuals participating in the conversation and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of the podcast host or any affiliated organization. Listener discretion is advised.
And with that said, yeah, so like what I wanted to speak about actually, like today, something similar to actually like what actually like just happened now, but then more on a more what's that on a more personal level actually, more of like a self-introspection view, because something happened actually last week now to actually me personally actually, so which made me kind of reflect on me myself now and say, okay, Roy, there's been a lot of complaints about you. Your friends really actually made the effort to come and call you out actually, right? Or yes, you are free spirited, you speak your mind in ink, but then how sometimes you say like certain things that's not good for actually this and this and this and this and that. So basically the discussion actually today, how often do you how often do you call yourself out actually, like in a sense of very often we really don't like to be told or no actually, bruh, like you are wrong here and here and here, then you must change actually. Like most people now, their defense would be no, bruh, you can't change me when you are like me, I'm like this when so now when you must actually isn't like what's that, take me like I am, or maybe leave me alone. But then what happened like literally this last week actually, like 6 of my friends who don't know each other actually, they told me the same thing 2 different days apart. Or dude, you know what, you are brilliant, you're good, yeah, fight, but here and there and there and there and then you are flopping. Yes, you 100% yourself, this, that, but you must do the changes here and there, here and there. Literally yesterday, like me living here, Kilowani here, that kind of haunted me alone actually. And then I was like, Roy, you really need to check yourself now actually. So now that made me realize, as in like lots of buy actually the company you keep now, it's very important actually. Happens like they really care about you that much, because much as you are your own person, you are like Leroy, this and that, but then so, somewhere somehow you really have to change. You won't like it, but you have to change. So now that was literally me checking myself actually. So now that made me think actually, or you personally, how often actually do you tell yourself, or okay, yeah, boy, I actually Lana, no, Lana, you really lost it, and then you must do better this time. So that made me realize that because most people they are I'm like this way now you can't change me I'm not gonna change for you then then the future you mess up your own things because you are so okay, no name calling, then you really didn't want to be a better person. Anyway, I am really not good with words, guys. Like, but I think hands actually. So let's actually like speak about that, man. Like, how often do you call yourself out and a happy? Do you do the same to your friends, or maybe you are just that person on some except braga more and more? How? You know? Because I feel it's very important now to actually call your friends out actually. Which is something that I saw this weekend and what's in guys now. I'm not really like that emotional person, but hey, that, that really got to me. That really got to me. But anyway, let's talk about that. And let's start from the bottom. Brabongs.
Explain. Why khulelele shata mo?
Bari ngana remo konka kira. Bari ngana preschool bari ke konka. Mona go itse bona go di bite every day ke di speakera go tlaka every day but anyway sorry about that.
I think me personally, I do call myself out. I think it's easy for me to realize when I've done something wrong, or I've stepped out of the way, or I've said something offensive. Like I can read the room and I can see, I can sort of like read people's emotions. If I see a I said something wrong to Leroy, um, it's very easy for me to call myself out and come back and apologize. Like it's not something that is hard for me to do. Uh, I mean, even people know, my friends know. For Velena, I even them, I call them out, right? But it's not something vele ekitlwaetseng go e dira. It's something that started recently, calling out friends, right? I have always been calling out myself and just trying to be as good as I can. But calling out my friends, yo, I was never that person. When someone does something to me, something ek sa e rating, or if I see a certain behavior ek sa e rating, then I'm gonna talk about it. I was never like that, right? Up until I sort of like removed myself from a certain group of people, ne ke ba bitsang bakgotsi, I understand. Then that's when I started seeing, because when we got to a point where we spoke about our feelings, what I didn't like and stuff like that, I realized, yo, there's a lot that was unsaid for so many years, and we could have avoided this. We could have spoken about things earlier, and we could have resolved things earlier, but we took time, and now there's a lot. We can't fix it anymore. Like there's just a lot, right? So since then I started, now if you do something wrong to me, or if I don't like the way that you are acting, or something like that, I'm gonna call you out as a friend because I believe in keeping like friends. I don't like changing friends. Re bagolo now. I can't have new friends every year. I have 1,000 new friends. Um, I'm happy with the friends that I have. I want to keep them. So in order for me to keep them is through communication. When I see something wrong, I call them out. When they see something wrong, konna, they call me out. Then we fix things, right? So yeah.
That is 100% great, actually. You know, that Njelo, and you can take the heads now that you can actually serve. You know, that takes some great level of maturity, actually, guys. Hey, Anna. Oh, and happy, you know, and like there's something that Makupe actually mentioned like last week for him. Be very careful of the people around you. You know, happy, like very often, like the friends that want to change you, very what's that? Often they are doing that for your greater good, actually. Yeah, because now they kind of notice that you 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 are great fella, like you know like just that mole you are doing it wrong, so we're just gonna mess you up Kopilo. So but gonna bongs, you really have very like really good people there, my G. And I applaud you for actually being the bigger person on some. Yes, okay, cool. No, sorry, sorry. Also, Mrs. Lerato, there are people who will like to be relevant in jail by calling out people. Be careful. Oh yeah, that too. Which is actually, and like, no, what, ne? We can maybe continue with that later. Guys, but can I remember we have 1 hour left now because Bargana, because Leroy has to go for the doctor for first time in 10 years. So by 12:30, I'm going to have to leave now. So let's remember that. Hi, Sis Kanye. Sure, Lebon.
Yeah. Now I am like Awuti Bongs. Like I've always been a person whereby I self introspect and I take it into my friendships, right? And if you're my friend and you can't accept the fact that I call you out and I tell you that you need to call me out in certain situations, I'm only going to tell you twice. And if you keep doing the same thing, we can't be friends. I
100%.
think that's why I think that's why in high school people misunderstood me, or they hated me because they misunderstood the fact that I am that type of person. Hore, if you do something wrong, I'm going to tell you you're doing something wrong. And if I do something wrong, I need you to tell me that I'm doing something wrong. I've always been that type of person to always self introspect. Like, I am not afraid to voice out when I see something is wrong in a friendship. Like, there was a time where a group of friends, we went out and then something happened. And then the next morning, we had a meeting as friends. For a friend, what you did last night was not okay. And she kept lying to us. No, I didn't do this. I didn't do this. We're like, dude,
We
we
saw
were
you.
there. We heard you. It's a thing of we heard you. It's not we didn't see you. We heard you. Because you were very vocal about what was going on. And then only after we went back to school, she was like, she came to me first and she was like, yeah, friend, I'm really sorry for what I did. I'll never do it again. Because it's a thing of we're girls. We always have to look out for each other, especially if we go out. Like we need to feel safe together. You know what I'm saying? So if you're my friend and then you start doing snacks things when we go out, but you don't do them when we're all together in one room, then something is wrong, you know. And it took her a lot, like it took her a quite a few outings to understand that you can't be doing the same thing over and over and expect us to be okay with it. It doesn't work like that. You have to communicate. We have to communicate as friends. Yeah.
No, you really just reminded me of like something that's so okay, Sharp. You you guys called her out, yeah? Sharp.
Yeah.
Um, did she apologize and happen? Like, did she really mean it now? As in, like
She did
her
apologize,
behavior changed, no?
and I she did apologize, and I told her that you have to also apologize to our other friends because that thing didn't affect just me. It affected all of us, woman. And she understood that she has to start communicating because every time she would go radio silence, we would worry, you know. We would be calling everyone to see if have you seen this person, have you seen this person. Especially if she goes out without us, you know. Then she started doing it. Okay, friends, I'm going out with this person. We are going here, and if I feel uncomfortable, I'm gonna call you guys to come pick me up. And we were like, okay, fine. I'm really glad that she started communicating because it was like, you're not alone in this situation, bruh. You don't need to be like the lone wolf you used to being. Like, the reason why we're doing this is because we care, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then she started like understanding and putting it in her head that, okay, yeah, I need to communicate better as a friend because these people can't be telling me one thing and
Over and
then
over.
yeah, and then I go left when we're supposed to go right.
Wait a minute, now. But you guys, you know what? Like, what's that? What's that? Can from a lone wolf's like view, actually. Sometimes the reason why we can seem like asses actually is because sometimes our thoughts, bruh,
Yeah, I
they
understand
are really
because
crazy.
I'm low key like a lone wolf, but also I getting like I take into like I take into account that there are other people around me. If I say I want to be someone's friend, then I can't always be like, no, this is who I am. You're gonna have to love me the way I am, woman. You have to understand that if you want to be around these people, then there's a certain manner or certain ways that you guys are gonna have to operate together. It's not just gonna be about you all the time.
Yes, yes, 100%.
You have
Yes.
other people to think about. Yeah,
There's a lot more people that and like that really actually care about you beyond you. Feel like
exactly.
like fuck everybody and like this is who I am. Can you know, fam? Yeah, no, yeah, no. Mrs. Bonner, thank you very much for that. Now,
Thank you.
thank you. Hey, call yourself out, guys. Yes, we are crowded by the thoughts that we sleep alone, and then you are really going to be busy here as in like convincing yourself that nah. I mean, it's style and like what's man? I wanna go back man. Gonna boss into the Sabrina, but now there's gonna be that one moment where now you're gonna realize or actually I am wrong here. Nah? And then these people, they made effort to actually call me out. Now, let me be like a better person, like, cause that beyond for them, but then for me, gore ke nne motho o betere now. But hey, I mean, I'm scared of my friends with the Beyonce syndrome. Okay. Okay. We'll talk about it later. But then, oh yeah, actually, no, there was a comment from Sis Lerato actually about it, and she said some friends, they are not really that good in general. Some friends, like, they're just with you because of like what they can benefit from you. So you have to be careful with that also, you know? As in, like, never just chase being loved in JFLA because of you are lonely, or maybe you are scared of like losing people actually. So here's my theory actually. You see the friends that actually tell you shit, yet happy is in happy, like the next morning they still actually like laugh with you. Those are probably the good ones, cause no, like, they don't hide behind being the perfect friends. Anyway, so Sabrina Are, guys, please tap Leroy's head and knows what's happening. I appreciate you. Please do. Oh yeah, and I happy actually. They called me out for like Leroy was a bit too. What's that? Like Leroy was a bit too flirtatious with people. So now I'm going to be the good boy now. You see, from today, there's a difference between being nice, actually being too flirtatious. So, you're my sisters now, my sisters and brothers. Anyway, Sabrina, hello.
Yo, hi everybody.
Hi, my sister. How are you?
I gotta go very quick in a hurry now. It's quickly fast charge. I'm not good at that. Learning, you must call them out, but that's the other thing of allowing people to call you out. Mo e leng hore you yourself have not. I always say it's very important how ohola to realize that you're growing up and that you're mature. So learning to being accountable also, it gives you that filter that you need to identify the do's and don'ts. I mean, number one, and now there's a tone that I use when I am angry, and I know I wouldn't like that tone to be used towards me. So there's something that you need to work on getting rid of. Due to that, when my tone is very high and I'm angry, I keep quiet and I can't conversate with you up until I've calmed down, but I will text my feelings. Unfortunately, Kadi text, the context is something that is a reality. Maramoto, I understand that the situation at hand, or whatever that had occurred, and I'm expressing myself, that person would be understanding. Show me, somebody relaying, show me your friends, I'll show you mine, right? Show me your friends, like, my friends are assumed to being a reflection of me, right? But mine are not. I'm so sorry. My friends got over serious, and peaky, but I respect them. I still love them. But we also had to make a conscious decision. Yeah, maybe when we were in high school, we were the it girls. Nole head girl, Sabrina. You had that pedestal. But when you grow up and you become an adult, it's different. So accountability for me, it's the source of self-reflection and self-call outzation. I always create words, guys, don't worry, please. Don't don't Google that, it doesn't exist, it's mine. And if it's a collective, like you said, when you were being informed of certain traits about you 2 days in a row by two different people, I guess it's a White Halokanya, it's a shout out, to where you might need to grow. Don't always take it as something that is bad. Oh my gosh, so this is how I be doing it. It's kohore fela, appreciate what they saying, reflect on it. Maybe it doesn't need to be gotten rid of, it needs to be worked on. It might be something that has room for growth for it, and that's something that you might actually use to become a better human being. It's not always for the worst. It could be that it is received in a tone that is not so good, but once worked on, because some of these things you don't need to lose yourself, hey, to get rid of certain character traits. You don't need to lose yourself in the process. We all out to just improve ourselves. And whenever it's in a group setting, especially different groups, right, it is something that you have to believe in yourself. Okay, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, body lala voga is not going to work anymore. Batona, recovery 3 days. And you kind of get used to such decisions, that there's always that crowd, they are younger, right, than the ones that you grew up with and you are doing the business planning with. Then in that instance, there's absolutely no need to ignore the ones that are younger and love group. You just make things clear. Guys, I know I'm a vibe, but I get once every 3 months. It's not going to be every weekend as it's been going on, because there's way I actually slack. So for me, it's accountability more than calling yourself out, because at the end of the day, we might all have an opinion about certain traits or personalities or habits, right? But the only person that could ever overcome is you, if you want to. How to, so you ask for help, but it's all on you at some point.
Like,
I want.
yeah, no, actually, you are 100% right there, because that was that that's what happened actually to me now yesterday. Now, for now, I really did some kind of like, as the kind of reflection actually now. Then I realized that literally you've been a like not so nice person, fam, actually. You know, breaking as in like looking at it from as that hindsight, actually, you really haven't been like as in like the nicest person, for breaking as in like work wise, really personally wise, really as in working the habit, it's really this and that. So now that made me realize, you know what, like sometimes living alone will kind of mess you up nyana here and there. It's again, because now you are literally gonna be like stuck in your head now. Then they made me realize that now I'm finally knowing. Like what's that? Learn which habit and fast chief of new, so you are gonna literally gonna lose like all of this actually. And that was a eye-opening one. It discipline Lima Coop actually like mentioned was the some of the things actually like I was thinking about the accountability, as in like setting boundaries and how like noticing like your what's that kind patterns actually. I was like, actually what's that, listen to understand, not to defend yourself. Basically comprehension first. Or okay, as that Sabrina said actually this, but I like us that whether the tone was there or there, the words came, then you're like, maybe she was wrong, maybe she was right, but what's good for you now? Okay, Leroy, please check moderator's power, because I still believe we can pin. Oh no, actually, you know what now? we still can pin actually, but then now not working, not with the people here more paneling actually. Was that because I noticed it vroeg actually. You can pin, but not with the people here more paneling. So now like then there you can't actually. But yeah. Okay, Sis Koki. Good morning,
Hello.
how are you?
Hey. I'm not sure what I can add from what Sabrina said and what I wrote in my comments there, but I think that sometimes it's a shock when somebody who you're used to having this fun time with and all of that suddenly is serious with you, you know, because usually our friends are our peers, right? And they 80% of the time, I don't know about you guys, but 80% of the time we're having a good time, man, you know. And then when it's time for us to now be serious, like the boundaries and hey, go ba boima, and often we avoid it and things pile up. And that also leads to the breakdowns of the friendships where you find that a friend ghosted you and stuff like that because you throw things under the carpet. You don't deal with things, and people continue those habits because they don't know gore ba kgutlisa botlhoko or ba o bora or whatever. So I think there's something that I have endeavored to do. I'm somebody that struggles a lot with setting boundaries. But it is something that I have started doing a lot, and most of my friends have noticed it. And there's also, I think, we need to be very careful. I don't know if somebody has mentioned this before, because we need to be careful of our delivery, and we need to also, before you call out people, because it's one thing that I've noticed, it happens a lot and it's praised a lot. Taba e ya go call-a batho out. Before you call someone out, maybe ask yourself what your intentions are. If really this is something that needs to be addressed, ka tsela eo, is this something that you're doing, this calling out, are you doing it for you or are you doing it for your friend? Is it who's benefiting from this calling out? Because we're starting to glorify people that are like savage and, you know, hey, oh now what calling out, oh now it, but like, to what end? Are we being kind to each other? Are we showing each other grace? Am I calling out my friend because vele I want them to be a better person from this conversation, or I just want to, you know, get a chip on my shoulder, off my shoulder. So be very careful of that. When you go out and start calling out your friend, why are you doing it? What is the driving force behind this calling out? Is it necessary? Yeah.
Yeah. But again, you are literally 100% right there. Ne? So now the other side of the coin there actually like barking kind of was how was that often do you now as in like call yourself out now sharp, let's say okay was that okay, you did something to me actually, right? Then I'm like, yo, bon, baraki koki actually ish. But again, like see what you did there, so pinchak like let's avoid that now because of this and this and this and that. How often actually do you look back now on some and like okay, like what exactly did I do to Leroy? And happy okay, sharp and like more negative pause because now most people wouldn't want to be what's that told actually. you know, because of the fragile hours that egos and stuff like this stuff. So now, you personally now, do you be as in like that that clear with yourself, or okay, yeah, no, here you really fucked up, fam. You really need to fix this with Koki, actually. So how do you see that now, Anna Koki? Do you call yourself out like that?
Yo, I think nanto enketsang gore ke pump the brakes nyana on confronting situations is because I am a really passionate person, and that can come off as confrontational. So I do those self checks before I address something with someone. I ask myself, Hore, why am I doing this? Like, do I really need to talk to Leroy about this, or is it something that can pass? Or maybe also because Navel, I'm an overthinker. So more often than not, I would have had a conversation with Leroy, Yena Aseyo, and then conclude by myself, or oh no, this is where this conversation is gonna go. So I'm not doing it. I also ask myself, Hore, what do I want to gain from this calling out? If let's say you said something to me that annoyed me, do I really like, is it something that is really that bad that it needs an entire calling out session? Or is it something that can pass, and maybe it needs, if you do it like 3 more times, then I'll be like, Leroy, I've noticed that you like to do this and I don't like it. You know, because it's tough. Not for me personally. I don't like it. I don't like calling people out anymore because I used to be that girl, boy. I'm not the one. Like, you got the wrong one on the right day, kind of thing. But I don't know if I got tired, or it's just not worth it, or it is the therapy, or I don't know what it is, but I don't like confronting things anymore. I will address something when it's time for me to do it, but not every battle needs to be won. One, that's the first thing. And two, it doesn't even need to be a battle at all.
Just go.
Just leave it. Like, I mean, this weekend I actually come off the cusp of having a conversation about boundaries with a friend, and I told her, so it's a silly thing, but she does it a lot. Where she'll ask you something, like she'll ask me, Kikile, ngeke wena senzo. She likes gore when I lock the door, when we're going somewhere, she'll ask me if I've locked, right? If I've locked the door. And then I'll be like, yes, I've locked the door. Do you have the key? Yes, I do. And then she'll ask me if she can see the key. Like, so I entertained it a few times, but then it irritates me. Why are you asking me if you're still going to frisk me? So we had a conversation about that. So, like, for me, it was a boundary thing.
Sometimes.
Yeah?
That's the OCD sometimes, eh?
But now that's your problem. So she did tell me that for her, it's a fixation on things, and, you know, she worries about security and but like, then okay, but now you are in my space. And you need to respect it. So where I'm willing to meet you is allowing you to ask me if I've locked. But is where I draw the line.
Yeah.
So you have, it's almost like a negotiation sometimes when we're talking about boundaries. It's a it's a small example, but you tell each other, "Horna, I'm willing to meet you here. Where are you willing to meet me?" You talk about why this is important to you. They tell you why they do it, and you meet each other halfway. And usually, like most negotiations, both parties need to compromise. We can't both leave 100% happy. it will still irritate me that you're asking me about the key, and it'll probably still irk her that she can't see the key. But that's where we're meeting each other.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
So to answer Abuti Senzo, because he says it's a genuine question. Why? Okay. So I go to therapy because I take my mental health very seriously. In 2017, I was diagnosed with depression, and that's when I started to go for therapy. And it's helped me since. So I don't need it as often as I used to. It started as weekly sessions, and now it's monthly sessions. So it's more of like Mariking. Service. Not even every month sometimes. And then if something happens and you get triggered, maybe you would need more sessions then. You know. But that's literally why. I hope I answered your question, Abut.
Right. All right. Then, Mrs. Cookie, thank you very much there actually for your input there. So yeah, man, like sometimes you just need to step back and be also like, guys, I know what you're saying. Like when I'm on a accident for your own personal kind of peace of mind. Like, was that fair enough? But yeah, man. Yeah. That's basically what happened, you know? And happy, yeah, man. Sometimes we can be so stubborn that, you know, like me, I'm not gonna change barking because mang handwrite in like that. But then one more thing that I realized is that you are gonna have to change at some point, whether you like it or not, or we're not stubborn, or when you feel like they must, as that they must adjust to you. Sometimes, and no, and like no, and like very, what's that? Very often, actually, you're gonna have to change, guys. Now, sharp. Did you know that actually your body, your body has to actually like get sick, like what's that, like for you to be much more stronger actually. So like that's the change that your body like needs to go through to be stronger for like let's what's that like for the next season actually. So same that's the your mental health, your psychology actually. You're gonna have to change actually. You're gonna have to be a better person for you much more stronger for the next season actually. So sometimes like let's actually check ourselves there. You know, and I mean like okay, sharp. Look at me for example. Actually, I've never been to a doctor in a really long time. Actually, it's like years actually. But then now I made a conscious decision, boy. You've been self-medicating for a long time, and for you're not getting better. So rather just do this once, then you'll be better. So same thing psychologically, mentally, physically, attitudically, as in like what's that like what's that with the family, with the friends you keep, a little for you actually. You have to change. Whether you like it or not, you're gonna have to. So that's my final word actually. So guys, we are left with 15 minutes actually. That's that because like I said, I have to go for a checkup. Anyway. So Brampo, you can put in your word there and then we can just barking pila fell.
Whilst I know 15 minutes esitseng kana shapa semoni.
Yeah, I thought
Then
you
yana
just say.
ngeke
I got to see
sikhone.
your foot malaka. That's you right there.
Sikhone.
I won't have fun, foot
Ah,
malaka.
well, no. Bona, when we end live, Kopan send lady phone about a KG da. There's something I want to talk to you about. No, man, just that like I was we're having this crazy conversation with a friend of mine the other day. Some Jita, he's been dating this girl for a while, like just over a year. So apparently he says the other day, Willa, wanna you know that voice in the back of your head that says do something. So
I
the
know.
voice in the back of your head is like, Mfed, check out Instagram ya high. Apparently, Fatum girl has been going on multiple dates with different niggas and so on and so on and so on. And then
Wait,
she
who?
comes to him,
Sorry, who?
my friend's girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
And then she then comes to him, she's like, you're invading my privacy. I feel like I can't trust you. Wahafa, something's wrong with you. You need help, you know? And I'm like, my G, so you find her cheating and about gaslight, about Wahafa, you need help, you need therapy. He's like, yeah. I'm like, eh, ntanga fit, napotweda, you know? So, and it got me thinking, Kore, in relationships, what then do we call privacy? You know, what is privacy in relationships? Is privacy your phone ekabada or shapo, or is privacy I'm not allowed to see the bums? You know what I mean? If you do the bums and you do the things, why am I not allowed access to your phone? If I'm allowed access to your body and your soul, so like charamtanga just my faith, just walk away, save yourself. You know what I mean? Save yourself. So yeah, man. That's what my nigga's going through. I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, there's a little bit of time left. Any thoughts from the panel? He probably could be on the live because I invite him now and then to thingy.
My word would be bragger. Please, you know what? Please, barking fam. Now, please. Love yourself, barking fam. There's a lot of women here in Pinchak, papaya, that are really genuinely actually. Okay, Sharp, like, yes, it's going to be hard for Derek to actually, like, find the one, but that one is not for you. That's very clear, actually. Happy guys, you know what, now? Oh, yeah. Kunja, now we are gonna have a men's conference like day actually. So I know we can speak it there actually. Like I'm a kitty Thursdays, yeah, I think. But fam, guys, let's stop this thing go begazela motho fela nje because of working kind of like marago mo Instagram guys manyan. You are literally being mistreated here. Njenje fella for working kind of working the couple goals, working kind of pictures. So Pinjak, nah. I mean, like, hey, and like, no, sharp. Let me just keep quiet. Dean, bombs, I don't know. Me, I'm done. Fam, just learn to love yourself. J.
Oh gosh, you are so funny.
Come on now.
Well, I'm not going to speak on Tawaya Abu Dimpo because that's a topic for another day. But just to wrap it up, what we were talking about, I think as Ausma Kupe said, you should really evaluate yourself before you call out people. Hore, are you like you should evaluate your intentions, right? We are not here to call out people for just for clout. We're not here to call out people just to be relevant or to be seen. More especially when it comes to friends, right? When I call out my friends, I would like to do that privately, um, in our own space as friends, right? It doesn't make sense for me if you do something wrong to me, then it will post go social media, calling you out go social media. Um, I mean, I don't think that's the way to go as friends. I'm gonna send you a private text or I'm gonna call you, but taba ya go publicize everything is a problem. Um, we should know what to publicize and what not to publicize. So yeah.
100% there, my G.
But Leroy,
100% there, my G. That's all, G. Okay. Yo, hey guys, you know, actually, okay. Dean, boo, that's all. Boo, boo, boo.
am I audible?
Yeah.
Abantu abayekela hle. As guys,
Dean, lo na ka ditlhapi ke tle pele hle.
I'm sorry. But
Sure.
abantu abayekele lento engiqeda ukuyisho manje. People bafethu. As guys, I was yesterday I was at my place just chilling alone the whole day. And guys, we are getting old, bafethu. Yazi young stress bafethu. The behaviors that we are still having right now, these are things that we should have done when we were still in high school, varsity, and then varsity saqeda. There is no harder time like now, especially if you're a man and you're alone and you're a woman. Having to ask someone out every month because that's the ratings people are being asked out right now. There's a new relationship being built every second. Ngicela nibheke uLeroy bafethu. Guys, why uLeroy nganantombi bafethu? Why?
Dean ke tle pele hle.
I'm asking. These are valid questions. Leroy, our peers are married.
Well, let them get married. Mina ngena blab.
Abo makhuphe nje angazi babhizi lana babhizi omakhuphe bakhuluma isingisi esijulile abashadile kodwa
Cela ukuthi uyeke, mina cela ungiyeke.
babhizi bakhuluma isingisi
Dean
esijulile
ke
lana.
wa tsa hook up gape ha. Go bitsa sa tlo go re ngara. A tlo go call to order. Because
Bhuti, sicela ukuthi uphendule umbuzo kaBhuti Mpho. Phela, thina ungasifaki. Bese ngeke thina kuma-Instagram zonke lezi zinto azibuzile. Ufaka thina manje.
Cha
Utheni
ngiyasho bafethu
uBhuti
ukuthi guys,
Mpho? Utheni? Phendula uBhuti Mpho.
ubhuti mphuna ukhuluma ngami yabona it goes to exactly what I want to say. We allow people to see the nakedness of our bodies because we pretend to be innocent at that time or we pretend to be vulnerable. But the evilness that is within our phones, we hide it from them. That's why we don't want to share those information. There is no reason for a person owenza ama-helicopter what angazi le nto zenenzenzayo makhuphi no Leroy owenza ama-helicopter position nani to not have access to your phone. I'm sorry.
Dean, it's a Monday, dog.
Cela ukuthi uma ngabe ukhuluma ne wacabanga nje igama lami ushaye u10. Ngiyacela.
I'm just saying na guys sibadala yazi intshe bese ngigunda kayi-2 in a week, so that means I'm getting. Oh, by the way, my birthday is on the 1st, guys. I expect nothing else.
Wait,
but
what?
on the 1st of August, it's my birthday, guys. So I expect nothing else but love from all of you. So please, it would be a gift if we all had to fast now and pray for my marriage. It would be, I don't want money, I don't want anything, guys. If we had to fast now, all of us stop eating to show commitment to this cause, so that Kadi first, Kitsibe Kisa, Lobolo Kaya, yabo? And guys, the craziest thing, I mean, I work in an office space. BRL, I think we have more female employees than males. And if it was a thingy of just being attracted to, I'm sure there's a lot of beautiful women here. But seriously, guys, Buffett, let's get married. Let's find our partners. Because mina ngikhathele mfethu yazi indaba ukuthi ngizohlale ubhutisenzo sekufanele ngimhloniphe ngenkani ngoba unabafazi abawu-2 and anginaye, but it's fine. Angikisho ukuthi yabo umpho noma engangithuma egaraji ngizoya, anginaye unomfazi yena yabo, so automatically nje ngiyathunywa mina, ngiyathunywa ngapha, ngiyathunywa.
Guys,
Ucabana nawe?
Dean, how do you cut the pinchak and again? Like we are lifted, like okay, we are literally left with like less than 10 minutes. But then,
Jaheni.
Awunamfazi,
like guys,
awunamfazi, ujaheni.
guys, but can I remember Horonje, like I'm going to actually see a doctor actually today. So like I have to be there before working dizzy. But then let me quickly actually like say this quickly. Guys, we all remember 2 weeks back now. While actually you go like Dean's lab actually, right? But I couldn't actually because I got sick. Then I sent him like working kind of like message actually. Okay, bro, you know what, ne? Let's rather do it first weekend in working the one at August actually, right? Because my birthday will be that I was doing actually. This birthday the first actually. Mine is on the 3rd. But I'm pocket denying
Get it turn.
God's plan actually. Horrific. Like next weekend the rates are smash, guys. Boy, this is gonna be working like a really special weekend. So please guys, working kana re kopa le fast and tla rona o yana go ntse itse ke nna like itse ke mbona re nne protected, re nne healthy, re be happy again. Okay, sharp ne. Okay, for
Nna ke tlo fastela gore o nyale.
guys, guys, left is my bestie, okay? So please, I want to study human beings. Get sharp, but anyway, for YouTube's sake, guys, now let me say goodbye right now and then see you guys tomorrow with KG, that is Khuturi, and like thank you very much for actually you guys for actually like not judging me because like that was me being vulnerable actually. So like Pastor, thank you very guys, and I love you guys way too much, and see you all tomorrow. Bye bye.